Hi, my name's Jake Arnold, and I'm with the Family Collective. Today, I wanted to talk to you about why porn is a problem. But first, a little bit of background about myself. I went to college to study economics and management theory, and I also currently work in the finance industry. So let's dive right into what we're actually experiencing here with the economics of porn. What you see up here is known as the supply and demand chart. It graphs where supply actually meets demand in any type of market. Supply here we're defining as the amount of pornography that actually exists out there on the internet today. And demand we're going to set as your personal consumption of that pornography. In every economics problem, supply and demand seek this equilibrium here that I've labeled E1. So, when I was growing up, I always heard that pornography doesn't really affect anybody. It only really affects me. It only affects the person that I'm watching it with, which is myself and this TV or this laptop screen. But I want to show you here on this model why that's wrong. So, demand right now. Let's picture this as the first time that you actually encounter pornography. So, as you begin to encounter more pornography, your brain actually requires more dopamine to actually satisfy that same need. So dopamine is actually colloquially known as the reward chemical. The reward chemical is what you get for, either doing something that's really hard and achieving some kind of success, either, having sex, or even working out. That same chemical gets released during that entire thing. So, as we encounter this demand curve and as our addiction to pornography grows, we have to redraw this demand because it's increased. So now we have D2, which is effectively our new demand or our new requirement to satisfy that dopamine need. So as we stated earlier, that equilibrium has now changed. The supply is still the same, but now there's a new equilibrium. But as we move further up this supply curve, the quality of what's being produced goes down. And when I say goes down, I mean for the porn industry, they'll begin to draw on sources that are not even willing. And what I mean by that is, there's been a couple of landmark cases that have come out recently talking about where porn actors are coming from now. These actors and actresses are actually being sold into slavery to meet your new demand. That's a pretty intense thought to think about, that you can be behind your computer screen connected to sex trade. So that's something for us to think about the next time we try to engage in something that we say is completely harmless for anybody but for ourselves. Thanks for tuning in.